Hi, it's Rich Tehrani here. We're at CTIA 2010. We're in Las Vegas. Today on our program, we've got Suneet Singh Tuli, who is with Datawind. He's the CEO and the president. Suneet, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having us, Rich.
Thanks for coming on the program. We had a moment before we came on set to take a look at some of the products that your company is about to roll out in the U.S. And before we get into that, I was curious if you could give me an indication, just what do you see as the difference between the U.S. Mobile broadband market compared to Europe?
We find that the European mobile internet, the mobile broadband market, has really exploded in the last couple of years, whereas the U.S. is still lagging to some degrees. You know, I'll give you an example. A statistic that I saw recently was that in 2008, there were 18 million mobile broadband devices sold in Europe compared to 3 million in the US. Whereas generally for consumer electronic products, the US matches what all of Europe together does. But for the mobile internet, for wireless data, Europe is showing numbers that are 6 times as much as the US. And I think the difference is very simple. Because of the lack of competition, the business models in the US have not evolved. So today, if you needed wireless internet, really the only real options that are commonly available to you are $60 a month, 2 years out. And you know, if you want something for 2 or 3 months, that $60 a month is very, very expensive. And having to sign up for a 2-year contract also, you know, leaves a lot of people out. And as a result of that, the US market is focused primarily on the enterprise. Whereas Europe, they're not only focused on the enterprise, they've started offering solutions to the consumer, and competition has created business models and pricing models that are appropriate for the consumer.
Now you're talking about devices that are not necessarily the smartphones, but one level up, that are like the mobile internet products.
The one level up, the netbooks and the laptops with integrated modules.
Right.
I'm talking about USB sticks and dongles that allow your laptop to be connected, you know, things of that nature that is beyond sort of the WAP or the mobile web. It's the real web everywhere concept. You know, we have been able to launch very aggressive plans in Europe as an example. You know, for example, we've launched a free usage concept in Europe where when we sell our products, 12 months of usage is already bundled in.
So would you mind showing us one of your products while you're talking?
Yeah, we have 2 products. One is called the Pocket Surfer, which is a handheld internet device. And the second one is our entry-level netbook called the UB Surfer. And this is a full-featured entry-level netbook. Has 3 USB slots, has an SD card slot, comes with Windows CE pre-bundled in there, has Office-compatible applications, and most importantly, has Wi-Fi, LAN, and a CDMA module already built in. So when you buy this device to connect to the internet, you don't need to look for a Wi-Fi hotspot. You don't need to buy a USB stick to plug in. The device itself has the module already built in, no configuration, and so on. And with our free usage model, when you buy the device, you don't have to sign up to a service provider. There are no contracts or monthly fees. You take it out of the box, you press a button, you're on the internet without having the hassles of $60 a month, 2-year contracts, and so on.
Now the flip side is you have a limited amount of hours per month, right?
Right. So in the free usage that we offer, we limit it to 30 hours a month. We don't measure it by megabytes, we measure it by hours because we don't believe the consumers understand megabytes as well. And unlimited usage beyond the 30 hours is only $10. The first 12 months is included. After the first 12 months, it's only $50 per year for a full year of usage. In Europe, we've been able to...
$50 for an unlimited?
For 30 hours a month.
Oh, 30 hours a month, okay.
For each year. In Europe, we've been able to take those plans even a step further. For example, on the Pocket Surfer, we offer a immortality plan, which for about £50 gives you unlimited usage for life on the Vodafone network. So there's a Vodafone SIM embedded in there, and on the Vodafone network in the UK, for as long as you want, for the life of the product, as much as you wish to use it, there's no additional fees. We hope over time that we'll bring out such extended use plans in the US too that will be so aggressively priced.
Right.
And we believe that, you know, these kinds of products, these kinds of services have not yet been offered to the consumer market in the US. And we want to help bring that revolution that we've seen happen in Europe into this market.
And so for the viewers that are not able to actually see these devices, I should just explain that the smaller device here is slightly larger than a mobile phone. The keyboard's a little bit more comfortable, nice spacing on the keys. There's a little touchpad in the upper right-hand corner. I'm going to try to open this up. Maybe you can assist me with the opening.
Yep.
There we go, I had it backwards. But there's a little touchpad, and pretty interesting unit. So very nice, and it's got kind of a rubbery feel to it. It feels like you can drop it and it'll still work, right?
Yeah,
so,
I mean, they're meant to be durable. They're meant to last some abuse if needed.
What is this material?
It's a rubber coating to help cushion the closing on it.
Well, it's pretty impressive to have 3 USB slots and also have Ethernet, wired Ethernet.
Right.
It's a nice job,
yeah.
really.
And the key differentiator is, if you need to be mobile with the internet, $200, which includes a year of usage, is very, very aggressive, is very, very compelling. Just to buy a piece of hardware without the module, without the usage at $200 is going to be tough. But price is a big focus for us. We want to make it easy for 70% of the market that's not being served currently.
So electronic stores, is that retail? Is that where you're trying to go with this? Or?
Yeah, our experience in Europe, in Germany, UK, Spain has been that TV home shopping has done very well for us, and we intend to sell through TV home shopping. We do really well through independent mobile phone stores. We do well through large retail chains. We'll do the same here, and we do well in an e-commerce environment. So you'll see us in all of those kinds of places by the time we launch in the US. Sometime late second quarter, early third quarter this year.
It's very exciting, really, really exciting. So are there any challenges that might be ahead that you're looking forward to overcoming?
Well, the biggest thing is for us as a small company is creating awareness. We've got a catch, we've got something that gets people intrigued with regards to the free mobile internet, with regards to no contracts or monthly fees. But the biggest issue we run into is it just sounds too good to be true. People that have signed up for $60 a month contracts for 2 years, have had to spend $50 or $100 for the USB stick, have spent $500 or $700 for their netbook, turn around and say, I just don't get it. How is it possible that for $200 not only is the device there, the CDMA module is already built in, and a year's worth of usage is already included, and overcoming that initial, wow, it's too good to be true, I think is going to be our biggest challenge.
What's amazing to me is if your products are as good as you say in terms of the usage, and I did have a chance to surf the web a little bit beforehand, and they both worked, both of your devices as advertised. The U.S. government is spending $7 billion to bring internet to underprivileged people in the U.S. It's shocking that for $200 per device or per family, they could just drop one of these on living rooms and maybe solve some of the problem.
I really think it's well positioned for that market. Yeah, you're right. I mean,
that may not be broadband, may not be. I know the viewers are probably thinking it may not be the same speed. And
yeah, but but still on EVDO, it's a very respectable user experience. And both Sprint and Verizon have some very respectable EVDO networks. So it's a very reasonable user experience, and at that cost level, there's nothing. I mean, we think not only does it make sense for kids, we think it makes sense for people that need to equip people in the field. If you're an air conditioning repair shop and you've got 6 guys in the field, the cost of computers, the cost of connectivity can be very expensive. Here, for a little over $1,000, you've equipped them not only with the devices, but a year of usage. So, we think it'll have applications across the board.
That's great. Well, thanks for being on the program.
Thank you for having me.
Good luck with the U.S. market.
Thank you so much.